see fire in those eyes. How do I put it? They've a strong sense of duty. Like whatever you start, you'll always see through, no matter what. If you'll permit me, there's something I'd very much like to show you. But first, I just need to hear it from you. Say that you'll stay till the very end. With that done, let's get you on your way. Can you hear my prayers? Wherever you are. Whoever you are. Please, you must listen! I've no one to turn to now but you! The walls of the world are falling down around us! All of us were fools! Such a base and hateful snare, yet none of us saw it! But now, I cannot abandon my injured friends to death! You who hear my prayer, you who are yet to meet! If there is still time, yet save them! My friends, this world! I beg of you! Become my player of life! The crystal's glow wanes by the hour.
Its fading light augurs a greater darkness.
Something must be done. Leave all to me. I am Agnes Oblige, servant and vessel to the Crystal of Wind. The crystal's light is mother to all creation, to all life. Purified by the Vestal's rites, their incandescence wards the world from disaster. And so I pray, now as ever before, and onward till the years take me. What in the world? The Yin-Yo, please! Protect the Vestal, hurry! Let our bodies be her shield! The darkness overflows!
A fine sea breeze, foretelling its death is a hoax in poor taste. I'm Ringabel, or so they call me. I've no memory, you see. A bit cruel, eh? Still, humor's welcome when you haven't a clue to your past. None save this book. But its pages hold no history, only the future. And more importantly, a woman. We've yet to meet, and I'm in love. My angel of fate. Could she be nearby?
Master Kami Izumi, please do me this honor. One final test of skill. My name is Adia Lee, daughter of the Templar. I take pride in that fact, in my blood. Yet, my father...
You've a long road ahead. Make for Kaldisla. The Vestal of Wind has been sighted there. For your father, and for your country, you must apprehend her at all cost. Edea, wear this at your side.
This is your finest blade. Issei no Kami.
I pray it keeps you safe.
Father, I swear that I'll return to you a proven warrior.
I'm Tiz Orier. Watch you don't fall! And that's my brother Till. We're shepherds in the sleepy village of Norende. This is how things had always been, and how they'd be forever after. That's what I thought. Give me your other hand!
Let me go! We'll both fall at this rate!
I'm not losing you ever! Now hurry and give me your hand!
Finally awake, are you? You've been out a full week. I serve as captain of the Kaldislan Guard. My name is Owen. Can you tell me yours?
Tiz.
You were found unconscious in the ravine near Norende. I take it that was your home? Norende? I must ask you to stay calm. Your village is gone. A great chasm opened in the earth, and all of Norende was swallowed up in darkness. You were spared, but the others... Pray, do not think on it now. You need your rest. There will be time for mourning later.
Little fellow's back with us, then?
Aye, and all alone in the world. And past that solitude, what? Guilt at surviving? Pitiable lad. The king will be expecting my report. Keep watch on him a while, father.
Ah, the Nerende boy. 'Tis, was it? Owen spoke of you. I offer my deepest regrets for your loss. I cannot ease your pain, but time may. Stay and rest all you need.
Your Highness is so very kind. But my plan is to leave for the village straight away.
Admirable lad, but danger hounds the road to Nerende. That gaping maw has drawn beasts of all stripe to it. It's overrun with monsters.
There may be survivors. All the more reason I must go. Someone out there may be waiting for help.
Very well, though it shames me to send you off alone. I'd lend a portion of my guard, but these cursed knights of the Eternian sky are riddling my kingdom with cannonballs.
I'll manage on my own. Thank you, Your Highness.
Do be careful, child, and know that you've a place here when you return.
Can you hear my prayers? Wherever you are, whoever you are. Can you see the wound torn open before me? Please, let the walls of the world collapse no further. Let me be strong enough to stem this flood.
You there. If you know something, tell me, please. What caused that chasm? Did anyone else survive? Surely at least a few others. I need information. Anything. My parents were there. My friends. Everyone. Just living their normal, boring lives. I won't accept that all those lives have ended. Not without a search.
You alone survived. I am sorry. I am sorry.
I found you! You've been found! I've the eyes of a hawk! And the nose of 7 wolves!
Seven wolves that wasted the last week sniffing at dead ends. Now stop yapping and go fetch.
I know, woman! And I take no orders from you! No orders!
An Eternian airship?
The Sky Knights! I thought I'd covered my trail. Go, now! It's me they want.
What? Why?
I'll not involve an innocent bystander.
Cannon fire? This is madness! This way!
What?
Quit darting about! Taking covers for the weak! Stand your ground! There are only only two tactics a real warrior needs: frontal assault and death by frontal assault!
Listen to yourself in a froth over a little girl. I'm so very tired of talk. Now, are any of you man enough to go down there and get her?
Yes, ma'am. Leave it to me.
Good boy. Bring her back, and I may just reward you. But be quick about it. I'm opening fire as soon as I forget about you. And I have a short memory for dawdlers.
Yes, ma'am.
This boy has nothing to do with me! Let him go!
They don't seem like the type to listen. Here they come!
Yes! Body clashing against body, muscle against muscle. This is real combat. Oh, my heart, woman, how it races!
Yes, lovely. Though I'll grant the boy does handle himself well. I'm less bored than I was a moment ago. Whereas you lot are a massive disappointment. Honestly, are there no men here capable of a satisfying performance?
On my way, ma'am! Not again!
Steady on! Keep firing! Fire till you've nothing left!
We've nothing left, Captain.
What? We're spent? Already?
Isn't that always the way when you're all passion and no finesse? The great Barris Lair, quickest cannon in Eternia.
The two deadliest guns ever made are still right here. Where steel fails, muscle never falters. Show them what the Sky Knights are made of, boys! Get down there and frontal assault!
Yes, sir! Clingier than ticks!
Weak and flabby. I'll go myself. I must! Oh, my
Like our airship? You're the only one who can steer this boat, dumb ox.
Holly White! Must you dash all of my dreams? Aye, you go get it then.
Me? Go crawling down in the dirt like a filthy henchman? In these white robes? Please. Now turn us around and let's be off. There will be plenty of time to play with her again once we've resupplied.
All of my dreams, Holly White.
I still haven't gotten your name, miss. Mine's Tis Orier.
Agnes. Agnes oblige. And I'm Airy. It's a pleasure.
Ugh! A miniature monster!
Ugh! Rude! I am not a miniature monster, I am a Christ fairy. Fire, water, wind, earth. 4 crystals, 4 pillars of the world. Anyas is the Vestal of Wind. She tends the wind crystal.
Vestal of Wind?
Priestess, bride, and servant to the crystals. A weaver of prayers who ensures their eternal glow. The Vestal's rites purify the crystals, warding the world from natural disaster. The crystals reveal the way to the Vestals, and the Vestals pass that on to the people. They guide the world. In times past, perhaps, but now the crystals go forgotten, and the Vestals with them.
And what purpose should bring a Vestal here?
That chasm. A week prior, at the same time, the ground parted here. The crystal of wind was consumed by an unnatural darkness. The crystals are the source of all life and all energy in the world. Our lands, our seas, and all that inhabit them exist through the crystal's bounty. They sustain us. But a foul corruption has overtaken them. The wind lies still, and the oceans rot. Fire runs wild, and the earth, well... At this rate, the world will be shrouded in a darkness fit to blot out all life from existence. I had to see the chasm for myself.
What is it? What caused the ground to fall?
I do not know. But I do know how to unmake it and stop the coming dark. I must hurry back to Ansheim. Come, Eri, let's go.
Hey! Wait a minute! You said you could unmake it. Do you mean to say you'll repair that giant hole?
I will do what only I am able. Purify the crystals and release them from the darkness. Once this blight has been purged from all 4 of the world's crystals, order will be restored. It is the only way. Vestals have been pouring their prayers into the crystals for generations. Agnes is going to release all that at once. The flood of light that comes out of them should be more than enough to wipe that big hole off the map.
I can't even imagine. Agnes, please, let me help you.
My task is not your concern.
It is my concern. The chasm, it just swallowed up my village, my family, my friends. I lived the same routine all my life, and that was just stolen from me in an instant. I'll not allow anyone else to suffer the same. I'll do. Please, you're a light, my ray of hope, and I want to help.
Well, Agnes? I cannot accept. This burden is mine alone, and alone is how I'll see it done.
But why? Please!
I shall see you back to the city, and there our paths will part. You are not meant to carry this load.
What's that pendant you wear?
This? It was given to me by someone special. It's something of a lucky charm.
A lucky charm? That's charming. Sorry, that sounded daft. It's very pretty. It suits you.
Ah, 'tis. Good to see you safely returned. What of Norende? I take it from your grim countenance, our fears were confirmed.
It is gone, but not forgotten, Your Highness. I'm prepared to rebuild it. It will take time, but Norende will recover.
Well spoken, lad. I shall support the effort however I can. Take this. It will serve as a token of your new office as chairman of the restoration effort.
It's an honor. Your Highness, isn't there any way to drive the Eternian military from the borders of your kingdom?
Tis.
They've been a curse upon us all of late. And never more than this last week. They're in a lather over this search for the Wind Vestal. I've no clue what has them so desperate, but they've begun making bold threats. They've berthed their ships at the lake southwest of us with cannons trained on the city. I fear our own ships cannot fly as long as they've our people at gunpoint. It galls me, but there's little I can do.
Your Highness, I offer my humblest apology for the ordeal I have forced upon your kingdom. I am Agnes Oblige, the Vestal of Wind.
You!
I shall resolve the matter. I give you my word, I will cause you no further grief.
Will you? Yes, that would be... But wait a moment.
You need worry on the matter no further, Your Highness. Farewell.
Wait! I'm coming too!
Agnes, I've a plan, a good one. Get captured. Then they'll take you aboard their airship. That's your ticket across the sea.
It's true that no ships can sail upon the ocean now that it's rotted.
You can't really mean to. Agnes, they'll kill you!
I'll not ask you again. Leave us. You are too eager to meddle in the affairs of others. Farewell.
Agnes, wait! That road leads to the graveyard. It's a dead end.
Which way is the lake?
It seems you've need of a guide. At least let me show you the way there.
Unacceptable.
I think it's a grand idea. It could take weeks with Agnes' sense of direction.
Airy? Very well. Then I ask you to serve as our guide. Only as a guide. And only as far as the lake. Is that clear?
As a crystal, leave it to me.
Done! Done! We've supplies to last a fortnight! Cannonballs to rain iron on Caldisla for a week straight!
Seems we've been saved the effort. Have a look below.
Oh, the Vestal's come to us! Planning a frontal assault, is she? I like it! So help me, Holly, I'm going in myself this time! Don't try to stop me!
I don't suppose I've much choice. I'll join you. Let's be done with her and back to the villa already. I'm liable to go on a killing spree if I don't get a proper shower soon.
Watch the ship, boys!
Aye, sir!
To battle! White! Give us a fitting arena! Monk Bear's Lair enters the ring!
This blue light. What's happening?
A part of the Asterisk's power, boy! You know where to run. Not till I'm finished with you!
I'd say we're already finished here. I'm not breaking a sweat if it's not absolutely necessary.
What? I live for fighting, woman! Let me have this! My heart's fuse is lit! You can't unlight my heart fuse!
Ugh, must you always shout? Daft or loud, man? Pick one! I take it you've come to surrender, girl. You've caused more than enough hassle already.
I understand that. I've no intention of resisting.
Lovely. She speaks sense.
What? No soul-searing combat? No white-knuckled fisticuffs? No smashing?
Pipe down! Or will it take my boot on your throat? Now, come along, Vestal. I'll see you're well taken care of.
I thank you for seeing me here, Tiz. I expect we will not meet again.
Yes, wait! You can't go just yet! You, Sky Knights, will you promise me she won't be mistreated?
I've said it once. I plan to take care of her myself. I'll see the beatings aren't fatal.
Meetings! Finally! Count me in!
What?
She's dragged us all across this backwater for weeks. Surely I'm entitled to vent my frustrations. But fear not. I'll see she's brought back from the brink each time. Though I fear my magic won't keep the girl's mind intact.
Are you listening to this, Agnes? I told you before.
Tiz, I'm not...
You're my hope. I'll not hand you over to these monsters.
Ah, youth. So passionate, so sincere, so thoroughly stupid. Ugh, it's enough to make me retch. This maudlin display's gone long enough! Ferris, show these starry-eyed brats what they're up against!
Yes! Finally, the duel begins!
Agnes, are you hurt? I'm glad I was able to stop you.
Tis. I was naive. I swore I would involve no others in my journey. The task I face is mine as Vestal, and mine alone. Yet I was afraid. When faced with capture, I wavered. I had thought I'd steeled myself to face any peril, to withstand any pain. But had I faced those two alone, I'd have faltered. My journey would have ended in a cell, or worse. I am grateful to you, Tiz, and grateful for you. Will you join me? I would like you to join me.
I did that a while back, silly. It's no surprise. I have it on very good authority I'm the eager to meddle type.
Tiz, I thank you.
That just leaves the problem of how we're crossing the sea. We need to get you to Ansheim, don't we?
I have another plan. This one's better still. If riding their ship as a captive's out, why not as a captain?
You want us to steal an airship? Though, if we did manage it...
We've no way of knowing where it went.
Let's head back to the city for now. We can ask around there.
You chased off the Eternian ship? Amazing! Truly the Vestal is a worker of miracles. And you as well, 'tis. Excellent work, lad.
Has there been any word of where the ship has gone, Your Highness?
What have you heard from your man, Owen?
It seems the Sky Knights have returned to their hold, Your Majesty. The Lontano Villa.
Lontano Villa. Then that's where we're headed.
I'm afraid you'll not get there now. The bridge they shot out is still in ruins.
We'll mount a full-scale offensive the moment it's repaired. For now, we must be patient. Go and rest.
Tiz, wake up!
What's wrong? It's the middle of the night.
Something's wrong outside.
Outside? Wait, is that...
Give us the Vestal! We know she's here! And you'd best be quick! Fire spreads so easily!
Ominous, sir, is this really necessary?
What? No! Yes, I won't be questioned! You're under my command now. You'll follow my orders.
But sir!
Burn! Burn! We can sift the Vestal's ashes out from the rest.
What are they doing?
Looking for me. If I go, they'll stop this madness.
You can't be serious, miss. You'd be marching to your own death.
Seeing as these fools intend to hide the girl. If the whole city's complicit, the whole city can burn. Just watch. My fire will have this place charred black by morning.
Black Mage Ominous Crow!
What now?
We've sent these people a clear message. It's time to withdraw!
You still insist on undermining me? It's time you knew your place!
Murderer. 5, 4...
Fine, bully. Women always are. But I'll be back tomorrow, and another house will burn. Then another the next night. And every night until you give up the girl!
Thankfully, our only casualty was a house. An old one at that. The spellcaster was one of their officers. He's holed up in the ruins of Central Keep, north of the city.
hostilities will end once I step forward.
There you go again, ready to martyr yourself. There are two of us now. That broadens our options.
Might I interject?
Ah, it's Mr. Amnesia. You were staying in the empty house that burned, weren't you?
Mr. Amnesia, is that foreign?
I mean, the boy has no memories. He just turned up in town a week ago. No clue who he was. I see you've suffered some light burns. Are you sure you should be up and walking about?
I'm fine, though I thank you for your gracious concern. More to the point, you two are Tiz and Agnes, yes?
But why? I don't recall giving you my name, sir.
It was written in this journal. The only thing I had on me when I was found, apparently. Full of strange things, this book. Like word of your aims to plug up that great sinkhole.
What?
What's more, and this part is key, the journal states that you too will encounter a certain female. If my suspicions are correct, it's the girl who was accompanying that Eternian Firestarter.
Pardon my asking, but how do you tie in?
It appears you make for the Centro Ruins, no? Then bring me along. That girl tugs at my mind. Oh, we've met before. When I saw her face amid the flames, I felt a spark. Not your customary running for your life thrill, mind, but a real Thundaga to the heart epiphany. Her gaze was equal parts innocence and tempered steel. Oh, to see those eyes don the sparkle of a smile. Her voice, gentle as spring's sweet breeze, and should she see fit to call my name? Ah, my heart races. I insist you let me join you. It's simply
unacceptable. Also, I'm repulsed beyond words.
What? Why? This is an upstanding gentleman's heartfelt plea. I'll not slow you down.
I cannot trust a man such as yourself. My answer is no, sir.
Still, in a fight, 3 people are better than 2.
His personality leaves a bit to be desired, but I'll vouch for the man's skill. He once helped us hunt down a wild boar.
If you're certain he'll not pose a problem, Tiz.
Lovely.
Do you remember your name?
They call me Ring-a-Bell. It's a pleasure. My Lady Vestal, from this day hence, I shall be your sword.
No, thank you.
I hope this was a good idea.
Do you mean to put the city to flames again, Black Mage? I'll say it now. Your methods are wrong.
Wrong? Wrong? I don't recall asking your opinion on the matter. First Holly, and now Yo. Why are women also condescending? Shut up and take orders! Just because your father's Grand Marshal doesn't give you license for insubordination!
I've seen more than enough to know this much. You are undeserving of my trust and my loyalty. If you insist on pursuing this coward's agenda, I swear upon my name that I will stop you.
Her voice. I heard her voice. So this is what an angel sounds like.
Your ears must be better than mine.
What? You! The Vestal and her little friends! How are you here? Is no one under me competent? Oh, fine. My fire will make ash of the lot of you!
What? Ominous! Our orders are to take the Vestal alive! Besides, if you loosed your spells in here, you'd...
I'll show you! I'll show you all! Fire! 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 No! Ah!
He's attacking his own people!
Madness! This sort of indiscriminate slaughter cannot be allowed! Black Mage, Ominous Crow! I'm at my patience end! This absolutely does it! You've sent me into a full rage!
What? You're turning traitor? You'll make your father a laughingstock!
This has nothing to do with him. All that I hold true denies everything that you are. You there! You'll be helping me.
Who? Us? But we...
Would be delighted to assist you, milady. I'll see you victorious, or my name isn't ringable. Well, maybe not my real name, but certainly my... Anyway, what's in a name, really? Don't you agree, Idea?
What? How did you... Enough. Conversation can wait.
Ah, enough! No more! I'll not be made a fool any longer! I'll see you all charred black! I swear it!
I've done it now. Treason is one of those tricky things to forgive. Still, I've no regrets. My conscience spoke and I followed it. Into the life of a deserter, it seems. I trust there's room in your little band for one more?
Indeed. It was sorely incomplete without you.
Unacceptable! What bond of trust can exist between a Sky Knight of the Duchy and a Vestal?
So this is the Vestal of Wind. A black-hearted witch, as the tales I was raised on go. But of late, it seems things are rarely cut quite so cleanly. Behaving as the Sky Knights did makes a person wicked. That lot is black as they come. And what other lies have I been told then? The only thing for it is to see for myself. What is black? And what is white? Your actions will tell me the color of your heart, Vestal. And I plan to watch up close. So I suggest you get used to me.
That was... rational?
I'm always rational. That scum crow just had me seeing red before.
Ah, the type whose claws come out when she gets hot-headed.
What do you make of them, Tiz? Can these two be trusted?
They don't seem like bad people to me.
Yes, but how a thing seems and how a thing truly is often differs.
Hold a moment, Agnes. My journal offers a curious quote. The Vestal and crew commandeered the SK ship with Idea.
And what are we to make of that?
That we're about to steal ourselves an airship. One assumes.
Just what is that book of yours?
Up there, isn't that... Speak of the flying devils.
Will they turn their cannons on us?
Not by that course. They make south.
The city? They can't mean to start that up again!
Let's hurry!
Oh, why is this happening?
You'll give us the Vestal of Wind. Or, if you prefer, I can come down and pluck her from the last building I leave standing. The choice is yours.
You've a choice yourself. Leave now, or face me.
Ah, yes.
Owen, Captain of the Caldislan Royal Guard.
Knight Arjun Heinkel, Knights Captain of the Eternian Sky. The stories paint you Caldisla's greatest hero. I hope you will not disappoint me.
The entire Royal Guard wiped out?
By the Sky Knight's captain alone. He's too strong. Not human.
Hey! Hold on, man! Please!
He speaks of Knight Argent Heinkel. I can't imagine the captain's come here himself, though.
Tess.
Owen!
I'm unmanned. Pathetic.
Someone help!
Don't bother. Leave me. The king, they took His Majesty. That man, Heinkel. My sword didn't so much as scratch him. 'Tis. I ask this knowing it's an unreasonable demand. Please, help my king. Save this place. You're the only one I can...
I'll bring the king back. I swear it. Be at peace, Owen.
Thank you. Thank you.
My son. He died for his king, though, huh? A brave warrior's death. I'm sure he had no regrets. I thank you for being with him at the end. Now, pray, rest up. Consider this your home. I'll be outside a moment.
These people are innocent bystanders. Involving them like this is despicable. Come, let's march on the Lontano Villa this instant. I'll lead the way. Why the silence? Surely you can't just sit by and let Heinkel's crimes stand?
Heinkel's crimes are the Duchy's crimes. You are a part of those same Eternian forces. We cannot trust you.
What? I'm not! What must I do to prove myself to you?
You cannot. In my heart of hearts, you frighten me. The same as Crow, or Heinkel, or the others. I am sorry, but I make for the villa with Tiz alone.
Murgurgur! Of all the stubborn... Oh! You crystal-headed girl!
Leaving so soon? If you're off to Stargaze, I'd be honored to join.
Out of my way! You refuse to understand!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, child. Will you listen to an old man talk a while?
What? Oh, yes, of course.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a frailer child than Owen. The boy was sickly all his youth. But he loved this land more than anyone. He wanted more than anything to defend it. So he trained and trained. Even after he joined the Royal Guard, even after winning half the honors the king can bestow, he trained. And everyone knew it. In a few years, his efforts had made him captain. The boy was something else. My pride and joy. But I'd rather he lived. What sort of child dies before his parents? It's a crime, don't you think?
It's terrible, sir.
If the boy had stayed home, taken over the inn, he'd still be...
What other lies have I been told? It's the only thing for it.
A question, Agnes. Why can you not trust at least me? The suspicions of a beautiful lady are dire poison to a gentleman such as myself.
Our paths part with Adia's here. What reason have you to come with us? Will the two of you be enough to storm the enemy's hold, though? This knight is supposed to be terribly strong.
Still, we've no choice. Let's go, Agnes.
We're all ready to go? Excellent.
I had thought I spoke it clear before. This is farewell.
Yes, it was all very well put, but I'm coming along anyway. I'll get no sleep till I've seen these scoundrels squished. What's more, the Lontano villa is heavily fortified. A field mouse couldn't slip inside, let alone you two. Go with me, however, and you'll have VIP access. Use me. I welcome it. So please.
I'm all for it. The more allies, the better, I say. Well, I do not. Even before the matter of trust, I cannot involve anyone more. The fault for all of this is mine and no one else's.
You've no cause for worry, Agnes. I guarantee it. You, Tiz, and Idia will travel long and far together. It's all written in the book. Its pages are prophecy, infallible and true.
And what of you?
Me? An apt question. It seems I did not merit mention. A grave oversight, I'm sure. Or am I to miss out on the adventure? A crueler fate than I could bear.
What? You're so odd, Ring-a-Bell.
I'm in favor of taking them with us too. I think they'll be a help to you, Agnes.
As long as you're certain.
Done. Excellent. Let's be off. That takes care of the hold gates. Now we've a clear path to the villa. Let me make this very clear, though. If you've any thoughts of storming the place head-on, be rid of them now. I'll say I've taken you prisoner. That will buy us entry. Once we're inside, the battle's all but won. I even know where the king is likely held. Complaints?
No. I thank you for your assistance. I have my doubts, but I see no alternative.
Once we find the king, we'll hop aboard their ship and escape by air! How very dramatic!